3 life-changing secrets for a calm and focused mind. Hello everyone, and welcome to Zen Buddhism Wisdom, your sanctuary for exploring the profound truths of Buddhist teachings and unlocking the path to inner peace and clarity. Have you ever felt like your mind is caught in an endless loop, constantly jumping from thought to thought, seeking validation, purpose, or relief from suffering? In a world overflowing with distractions, achieving true peace may seem impossible. But what if the key to serenity has been within you all along? What if, instead of chasing calmness, you could simply uncover it, hidden beneath the noise, waiting to be embraced? Today, we're diving into a transformative topic, the 3 Buddhist secrets to cultivating a calm and focused mind. These ancient principles, mindful breathing, letting go of distractions, and embracing stillness, are not just spiritual ideals, they are practical tools that can rewire your consciousness and help you navigate life with unshakable focus. In Buddhism, the restless mind is like a stormy ocean, chaotic and unpredictable. But the Buddha taught that when we learn to still the waves, the water becomes clear, reflecting reality as it truly is. By applying these 3 powerful techniques, you can break free from mental clutter, reclaim your focus, and experience a level of peace that transcends external circumstances. Before we begin, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Zen Buddhism Wisdom, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson that could change your perspective on life. Now, are you ready to unlock the secrets to a peaceful and focused mind? Let's begin. Mindful breathing, though seemingly effortless, possesses an extraordinary power that can reshape our inner world. It is more than just an automatic function of survival, it is a bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, the seen and the unseen. In the rush of daily life, we often fail to notice the rhythm of our breath, yet within each inhalation and exhalation lies the potential for deep transformation. The breath is a silent witness to our every moment, an unspoken companion that mirrors our emotions. When we are anxious, it becomes shallow and erratic. When we are calm, it flows smoothly like a quiet stream. Learning to harness the breath with awareness is akin to unlocking a hidden doorway to clarity and peace. Buddhism reveres anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing, as a sacred practice that transcends mere relaxation. It is a path to awakening. The Buddha himself attained enlightenment through meditation that centered on the breath, realizing its profound ability to anchor the wandering mind. When we consciously observe each breath, we cease to drift between the echoes of the past and the illusions of the future. Instead, we are firmly rooted in the now, where true life unfolds. This simple yet profound shift liberates us from the mental chains that keep us trapped in unnecessary suffering. The impact of mindful breathing extends beyond spiritual growth. It is a wellspring of physiological and psychological healing. Modern science affirms what ancient wisdom has long known: breath awareness regulates the nervous system, lowers cortisol levels, and soothes the restless mind. By engaging the parasympathetic response, deep breathing serves as an antidote to the chronic stress and overstimulation that plague modern existence. The body softens, the heart rate slows, and the incessant chatter of the mind gradually fades into stillness. Each deliberate breath becomes an act of self-compassion, a reminder that we are more than fleeting worries, more than passing distress. Consider the tale of a warrior who, in search of enlightenment, approaches a Zen master and demands the ultimate key to serenity. Instead of a lengthy discourse, the master offers only one word: breathe. Dissatisfied, the warrior pleads for deeper wisdom. In response, the master leads him to a river and, without warning, plunges his head underwater. Seconds stretch into eternity as the warrior struggles, his lungs burning for air. When finally released, he gasps desperately, drinking in the life-giving oxygen. The master then speaks: when you seek peace with the same intensity as you sought that breath, only then will you find it. This story unveils an essential truth: inner peace is not something granted by the external world, nor is it a distant treasure to be discovered. It is something we must earn through awareness, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to presence. The breath is always available to guide us back to this understanding, whispering its silent wisdom with every inhalation and exhalation. Distraction is the silent thief of our attention, stealing away our ability to fully experience the present moment. In today's world, it lurks in every corner, on the screens we endlessly scroll, in the relentless flood of notifications that demand our time, and within the restless thoughts that cycle through our minds like an unbroken storm. The human mind, by nature, craves stimulation, but it is this very craving that shackles us. We become prisoners to an illusion of urgency, always reacting, rarely pausing, and barely ever truly living. To reclaim a state of inner calm and unwavering focus, we must learn the art of release, the practice of letting go. Imagine the mind as a lake. When agitated by the winds of distraction, its surface is disturbed, scattering reflections into fragmented distortions. We can no longer see the truth of our surroundings, nor the depths beneath the surface. But when the winds subside, when the lake is left undisturbed, its waters return to a state of pristine stillness, and clarity emerges effortlessly. The same is true for our consciousness. When we free ourselves from the turbulence of unnecessary distractions, our perception sharpens, our awareness deepens, and we begin to see life as it truly is, vivid, expansive, and unburdened by unnecessary noise. One of the greatest teachings of the Buddha revolves around the power of focused attention. A story is told of a disciple who approached the Buddha, desperate to understand how he could remain undistracted despite the chaos of the world. In response, the Buddha handed him a brimming bowl of water and instructed him to walk through a bustling marketplace without spilling a drop. As the disciple carefully navigated the crowd, his focus became absolute. He had no time to be swayed by the shouts of merchants or the chatter of passers-by. His mind was entirely fixed on his task. When he returned, the Buddha asked, "What did you see?" The disciple answered, "Only the water. Nothing else." The Buddha smiled and said, "That is how one must live, undistracted, unwavering, fully present." This wisdom is echoed in modern neuroscience, which has revealed that the brain is not designed to multitask. Studies show that when we divide our attention between multiple tasks, our efficiency drops, our cognitive load increases, and stress surges. What we often call multitasking is, in reality, rapid task switching, and it comes at a great cost: diminished focus, heightened anxiety, and a fractured sense of awareness. Buddhist monks and mindfulness practitioners have long understood this truth, which is why they devote themselves to complete presence in every action, whether it is eating, walking, or even the simple act of drinking tea. In this way, the mundane becomes sacred, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the act of being fully present transforms into a gateway to peace. But how does one break free from the shackles of distraction? It begins with awareness. Not all distractions are external, some of the most insidious ones reside within us. The mind is an untamed wilderness, filled with self-doubt, overthinking, and unexamined fears. If we do not learn to tame these inner disturbances, even the quietest room will feel deafening. Identifying our distractions, both internal and external, is the first step toward reclaiming our attention. Are we enslaved by social media, unable to resist the pull of an endless feed? Or is it the weight of self-judgment that pulls us away from the moment? Only by recognizing our distractions can we take intentional steps to diminish their power. The process of letting go does not require grand gestures. It is the small, conscious choices that accumulate into profound change. Setting designated times away from screens, engaging in deep work without interruption, and practicing single tasking instead of multitasking are all powerful ways to cultivate focus. Creating moments of stillness in our daily routine, whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or even the simple act of drinking a cup of tea in silence, can serve as an antidote to the chaos of modern life. True clarity does not come from controlling the external world, but from disciplining the inner one. When we learn to let go of distractions, we step into a life that is not scattered, but whole. In that wholeness, we find something far greater than fleeting productivity. We discover a mind that is tranquil, a presence that is unshakable, and a heart that is finally, blissfully, at peace. Stillness is not merely the cessation of motion, it is the gateway to the deepest layers of awareness, a state where the mind ceases its relentless pursuit of distractions and becomes a mirror reflecting reality in its purest form. In a world that glorifies busyness and equates constant movement with progress, the art of stillness has been forgotten, buried beneath the weight of perpetual striving. Yet, the wisest teachers and mystics throughout history have understood a profound truth: the greatest revelations do not emerge from action, but from the quietude that allows the mind to settle, like a pond undisturbed by the winds of restlessness. The Buddha once observed that the mind, when agitated, is like a candle flickering in the wind, its light unstable, its illumination distorted. But when the wind subsides, the flame steadies, casting a clear and unwavering glow. Similarly, when we cultivate stillness, we do not lose ourselves in stagnation, rather, we refine our ability to perceive the world with precision and depth. The most profound wisdom arises in those silent spaces where thought slows, and presence expands. It is in these moments of stillness that the universe does not resist us, it surrenders, revealing truths hidden beneath the surface of constant noise. Consider the story of a Zen master who once tested his disciples with a simple yet profound challenge. He placed an overflowing cup of water in front of them and asked, "What must be done for this cup to hold more?" Some suggested pouring out a little at a time, while others proposed a larger vessel. But the master merely tipped the cup over, allowing the water to spill completely. "Only when you are empty," he said, "can you be filled." The mind, too, must be emptied of its ceaseless chatter before it can receive true insight. The constant stream of thoughts, worries, judgments, plans, clutters the mind, leaving no room for genuine clarity. Stillness is the act of tipping that cup, of surrendering the mental noise so that space for wisdom can be created. Science echoes this ancient truth. Studies in neuroscience reveal that the brain's default mode network, responsible for mind-wandering and overthinking, is deactivated during deep meditation and states of mindful stillness. When this happens, the prefrontal cortex, the seat of higher reasoning and awareness, becomes more engaged. This means that stillness is not passive, it is an active recalibration of the mind, a process that allows us to operate from a place of clarity rather than compulsion. True stillness does not mean doing nothing, it means being fully present in the space between action and reaction, where true understanding blossoms. Stillness is an art that must be cultivated with intention. While meditation is the most direct path to inner quietude, it is not the only one. Walking slowly through nature, absorbing the rustling of leaves and the warmth of sunlight, can be a meditation in itself. Sitting in a quiet room and simply listening, to the distant hum of life, to the subtle rhythm of our own breath, can be an act of stillness. Even the pause before responding in conversation, the space between words where thoughts are allowed to settle, is an expression of this practice. The greatest leaders, artists, and thinkers have all recognized the power of stillness. It is said that Leonardo da Vinci would often sit in silence for hours, simply observing the world before lifting his brush. Albert Einstein credited his greatest scientific insights not to laborious calculations but to moments of deep, quiet reflection. The Buddha himself attained enlightenment not through restless seeking, but through profound stillness beneath the Bodhi tree, where he surrendered the need to chase answers and instead allowed truth to arise naturally. In a world that constantly urges us to move, to do, to achieve, stillness is a radical act of defiance. It is the refusal to be swept away by the currents of external demands, the quiet rebellion against a culture that mistakes noise for meaning. When we cultivate stillness, we reclaim ownership of our minds, creating space for peace, for clarity, and for a profound sense of connection with the present moment. Imagine a life where thoughts no longer feel like an endless storm but a gentle stream, flowing effortlessly toward wisdom. This is not an unattainable dream, it is a reality that begins with the willingness to be still. The universe does not need to be conquered, nor does the mind need to be controlled. It simply needs to be allowed to rest. And in that rest, we find not emptiness, but the boundless depth of true understanding. Today, we have uncovered the 3 transformative Buddhist secrets to cultivating a calm and focused mind: mindful breathing, letting go of distractions, and embracing stillness. But wisdom is not merely meant to be heard, it is meant to be lived. The real journey begins when you take these teachings beyond words and into practice. Imagine the life you could create when your mind becomes your sanctuary, a place of deep clarity, unshakable focus, and profound peace. If this insight resonated with you, just wait until you see our next video, where we explore how Buddhist wisdom can help you conquer fear and live with unwavering confidence. Fear is a powerful illusion, but the Buddha's teachings offer a path to freedom, a way to break through self-doubt and step into your highest potential. Every moment of mindfulness is a step toward transformation, and there is so much more to explore on this path. Now, it's your turn to take action. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and embrace this very moment as it is. Start small, perhaps by dedicating just 5 minutes a day to stillness, or by bringing full awareness to a simple task like drinking tea or taking a walk. Share your experience in the comments below. What distractions do you struggle with the most? How does mindfulness shift your daily life? Let's learn and grow together as a community. Remember, peace is not something you must chase, it is already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Your journey to a calm and awakened mind begins now. Are you ready to take the first step?